Hello, good morning. I'm Bart from Ghent, and we're going to tell you how we work on accessibility in the city of Ghent. So I'm going to share my screen now to the PowerPoint. To a more accessible Ghent, this is how we work on accessibility in Ghent, a lot with people with disabilities. So we like to share our experiences on equal chances, equal work. Talk about the recruitment, not a lot on adaptations because we are working from home last year, like everyone, I think, last year. But I will start by telling work like this. Okay. So we are from Ghent. Ghent is the second biggest city of Flanders. That's part of Belgium. You see here our medieval castle, and it's even one of our biggest challenges for the next years because we want to make it accessible. There's going to be an elevator to the tower of the castle, but we have also attention to people with visual disabilities or deaf people. So this is our big challenge for the next years. So as I said, I am Bart. I'm the accessibility officer of the city of Ghent. Then we hear Sophie Jacobs. She is our HR partner. And of course, Stephen Powles. He's our project manager accessibility and hired as someone with a disability. So Stephen is a wheelchair user. We have some experience on working with people with disabilities. We call them experience experts. We have about 20 people, our citizens of our city, but sometimes difficult to make an appointment, or not always everyone is on our council, on our experience council, as we call it. So we wanted to work more with people with disabilities. We try to do it in all our city policy areas. Here we were visiting a museum who want to work on accessibility. So at that time, I want to bring together some colleagues. Here I brought someone from the museum and some experienced people with disabilities together. So that was a very nice cooperation. But again, it are external people from the city. So we were thinking on how we could work more with people with disabilities within the city. We have a building regulation, but also there, accessibility and all city buildings, it's easier said than done. It's a long-term work. And I thought, what if there were some people with disabilities on the reunions with the architects or with people who start an architectural project or something, so that within the starting moment we had people with disabilities involved in the process. So that was the idea. But also we got colleagues here. This is a colleague who has no disability, but we were trying to as we said, let's pretend we have a disability, try things out, but we thought it wasn't that good because, here our colleague, because he doesn't have a disability, you see and you feel it that he doesn't have a disability. So we wanted to have real people with real disabilities in our team. So we make the charter on accessibility at the end of 2019, and it's called Working on an Accessible Ghent, even before the first step. So that's our main goal, how we want to work next year. So we are in the middle of working on that already. We signed it on 3rd December in 2019 with these 5 principles. So we wanted to design for everyone. Let's call it universal design. We do this from the start to guarantee quality. That's very important. We detect weak links in the accessibility chain. So that's mainly what we do. We want to do this in co-creation with our group of experts by experience. That's what I told you, that we can for people with disabilities anytime we want. But the 5th, and this is what we want to talk now about, that first we do this by hiring someone with a disability. So that was very important in our chart. As we signed the charter, we got a lot of press, and even when we hired Stephen, we got a lot of press too. You see this photo we made on the same castle, and we call it toegankelijkheidsambtenaren. That's the Dutch word of accessibility officers. And we call it accessibility officers working on accessibility. It's a verb. It's something that we want to work on it for the next years. So that was the start of the cooperation. And now what we're doing, we're a lot in the field. These are new benches on the old harbor. We're going to test it out. We're inspiring colleagues by saying, this is good, this is not that good. And even if Stephen tells it, how we experience it together, they really listen to they see that something is good, something is not good. So we're very glad to have Stephen in our team now. So we're still working. We're working on it to a more accessible Ghent. So, and now I give the word to Sophie Jacobs, our HR partner, and then Stephen Powers, our new project manager, will take the word also. Okay, thank you.